Okay, so Jesse and I are going to talk about everything we've been through the past 2 weeks with this litter. All right, kind of just summarizing everything. So how do you want to start it off, Jess?
So from like the very, very beginning, like
From-
whenever labor first started?
Yeah, from when labor first started.
Well, for how long? For like a week, she didn't want to eat. She was going through early labor signs for days, but that's kind of typical for her and her line. But then her temperature dropped, which is usually a sign that it's going to happen soon, but over almost 24 hours had passed, and usually they're supposed to deliver within 24 hours of the temperature drop. So we were a little worried, but she was just progressing very, very slowly. So I was walking her around outside to try to naturally kind of induce contractions, because Nim has a habit of fighting off contractions. She kind of lets the first puppy come just as it naturally comes. She doesn't push with it. She just, when it comes, and then she pushes after the first puppy because she's a bit of a wimp with the pain. So I was walking her around outside to try to induce contractions, and it ended up working. Usually whenever the act of going to the restroom kind of moves the puppies into position, and they usually strain to go potty, and that acts like a contraction. So that's what happened with her. She ended up laying on her back. She didn't want to move. She was laying on her back. She started to have reddish discharge, so I knew a puppy was coming soon. And with a big yelp and no pushing, the first puppy came. And then we rushed her inside for her to have the rest. We had one stillborn in the middle of the litter. It was like puppy number 5 or something like that. The thing is, these puppies were tiny. One, because
So there were 10 altogether.
Yeah, it was a big, big litter, which means that they had even less space to really grow. But it also didn't help that she
didn't want to eat.
She didn't want to eat at all. Her last
And we
week.
tried all kinds of things.
We did wet food. We did everything. I mean, she just wouldn't eat.
Except for boiled chicken, which our mentor Helen, she told us after the puppies were born to give her boiled chicken.
Yeah.
And that did help. She actually did eat that. But then we took her to the vet, kind of did it.
Well, you're jumping ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, that first night, I had gotten in the habit, because Nim, and it's debatable on if she does it on purpose or not. With her first litter, she laid on one of the 2 runt females and suffocated her. And that happened within like 15 minutes. So I didn't really want to chance anything happening like that again. And they were so tiny, I wanted to make sure they were eating. So for like a week, I stayed up all night long. I didn't go to bed until Mom woke up. But the first night, at about 5:30 in the morning, I went to bed and left her alone for no more than 30 minutes.
Enough time for Jesse to come wake me up and me to rouse and get in to check on them. It had only been about 20 to 30 minutes.
And she had laid on the firstborn boy.
Yeah, the one that was born outside in the pasture.
I don't know if she does it on purpose because there's something congenitally wrong with the puppies that we just don't know of.
I think in his case he would.
He
just got smothered because there were so many puppies.
I don't know, because it could still be that we don't know if he had something congenitally wrong, because it can take a few days to even know that there's something wrong with the puppy. And it was such a big litter, it would be kind of crazy that we didn't have any congenital issues. But
and we did have the one stillborn, and the stillborn didn't look right.
She didn't look well formed. So I didn't even really fight to try to resuscitate her, because sometimes it's best that they just kind of peacefully go. So we lost that boy, so that left us with 8. So because we lost him, I then didn't leave her alone at all during the night.
That was rough.
For like a week. But she was having symptoms where she still didn't want to eat. She didn't have an appetite. We could only get her to eat boiled chicken. Which, I mean, we haven't had a female that picky. Usually they're very hungry after delivering puppies to keep up with the calories it takes to supply milk. But she still didn't have much of an appetite, and it's always said that a panting nursing mom is a bad thing, that it's a sign of calcium deficiency. However, with this breed, we keep a heat lamp on the puppies, and their cardigans, are hot-blooded anyways, so they tend to pant when they're nursing because they're warm. They're under heat lamp.
By the way, I kind of wonder if we're ready to take away the heat lamp, because they're getting big and chunky now.
I kind of want their eyes to open and to walk more, because they still huddle like they're cold.
Yeah. They're just so little, but they're getting chunky now.
Yeah, so, and I'm aware that oftentimes breeders, especially breeders of small breed dogs, like miniatures, toys, stuff like that, they supplement with calcium starting after the first puppy to keep up with the calcium that is going straight to her milk. Because they can get something called eclampsia, which is a calcium deficiency. But usually this breed doesn't really have that issue. They're a larger breed, which larger breeds usually handle the calcium it takes pretty fine. But I think given that this was such a big litter and she just was not eating, she had gotten calcium deficient, which caused her to have symptoms that we weren't familiar with, like gnawing on a couple of the puppies. She gnawed on one's shoulder, one's neck and back, which obviously we knew then something was wrong.
We ended up going to the vet on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We have a great vet in Belleville that comes in
whenever we have emergencies.
Yeah, when we have emergencies.
So long as it's not between 12 a.m. and 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So I knew obviously something was wrong, and I was pretty positive it was calcium deficiency. They agreed, got her on calcium, and all of those symptoms have gone away. I mean, she still pants some, but that's still pretty common, but she has her appetite back.
Her milk is back. Her milk had dried
back.
up.
Yeah, her milk had almost completely dried up. She doesn't gnaw on the puppies at all. She acts like she just feels so much better. She has so much more energy.
Almost too much energy, like she wants to go outside and play too much.
Yeah, she has a habit of going outside, eating, drinking, going outside, feeding, eating, drinking, going outside.
Yeah, and the amount she's drinking and eating now is just crazy.
Yeah, she has to feed a lot of puppies, and they have a lot of catching up to do. So they eat constantly. Now, during that, the boy who had the most issues was the rump boy. He got the most bitten up, which is kind of like, it wasn't like an aggressive, I'm going to kill my baby sort of thing. It's more like an aggressive grooming thing.
Yeah.
She kind of like took her teeth and just nibbled on him like she was grooming him, and she didn't realize
she was too rough.
She was too rough, and she pierced skin. It's not too bad. It's healed up a lot, actually. It wasn't all that deep. So we just put on some antibiotics and kept it clean, and it's healing up pretty well.
And we hydrated it.
Yeah, hydration.
With dog bites, that seems to be the best thing, is hydrating.
Yeah. So he's doing great. I mean, he had one day really early on where I think he wasn't able to fight with the bigger puppies for food. So he got really low blood sugar. He hadn't had enough milk, so we gave him Caro syrup on the gums, tube fed him, get your butt out here, a couple times. And then by then he was pretty okay for a few days, half bottle feeding, half regular nursing, and now he's completely on just nursing. And then we had...
He's so feisty. I mean,
yeah, he's a very feisty, strong boy.
Energetic. Once he got well, we were like, wow, he is really
he's a fighter. And then this girl has had similar issues because she's the smallest of the litter. She's struggled a little bit with gaining weight. Just not often. There's just a day here and there where she just didn't gain much. She gained maybe like 0.3 ounces. But she's gotten pretty past that, and she's also a very feisty puppy. Ollie. But they're doing great now. They're all gaining. They all have full stomachs. She's gotten a lot better at nursing.
And they're getting a lot better at getting what they need. They're strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I really have to do now, I can pretty much trust her with them unsupervised. The only thing I have to do is during the day give her her daily calcium, which she loves. I just give it a powder in her water, so it's just basically like milk.
We've gotten a supplement from the vet too.
Yeah, but she seems to prefer this.
The powder in the water.
Yeah. Just she can get in a habit of just not really wanting to feed them a whole ton. So I just have to tell her, get in with your babies. She gets in, she'll feed them.
She listens.
Yeah. So
I think that's about it. Now we'll show you some video of what we went through from the beginning. Is that all?
I guess so.
Okay. All right. Nim's temperature is 98.1 and she's starting her labor. Won't be long now. Nimmy, you all right, baby? Okay, so it is Sunday afternoon, about 4:30 on February 6th. And Jesse was walking Nim around to try to get labor moving. And we had this little puppy here out in the pasture. It was a surprise. He is 6.1 ounces. He's kind of skinny. But then we just now had a little Merle girl.
No, we don't know if it's a girl.
Oh,
boy.
Oh, it is a boy. Okay, so this is a boy. Two boys.
She sure does pop them out fast.
We had 2 in 15 minutes. Three boys so far. About to have another one. She is trying to have another Merle right now. It's partially out. Finally had a Merle girl. First girl. Rub her at the towel. Wake her up. Oh, I hear squealing.
She's a squealer.
Mama wants her girl.
Are you documenting who's in what order they are?
Yep.
Can you stop?
So, puppies are doing okay. Here's the 4. And then there was a little black girl that was born, not alive.
Stillborn.
She was stillborn. But look, we have another little boy, a black and white boy. And he seems to be doing okay. So puppies are 5 days old and doing good. Ooh, somebody's upset. Who is this? Who's upset? Hey, somebody's being noisy. Huh? There's 2 of them on there. Oh, you're free. You're free. Go free. Oh, and just got himself back into the middle of it. Let's see. There's two that look the same. I have to look and see which one's a male, which one's a female. The male? You know them better than me. So that is Romeo. Okay. And this one, I can't remember all their names.
That is the female dove.
Dove and
That's Cass.
that's Cass. Casanova. And then, let's see, over here, we got, which one is this, Jesse?
That's Vita.
Vida. And this one is Bo, our little brindle boy. And this one, Valentine,
Cupid.
Cupid,
Paris.
Paris. Okay, is that all of them? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Okay.
He might be hungry. Get him on the nipple.
Okay. Which one? This one?
Romeo, yeah.
The noisy boy. There you go. Straighten you out. Oh, there you go. Go this way. Go this way. I think I'm gonna have to help Vita in a second. So the puppies were born February 6th. He's such a cool marker.
Oh, you grumpy boy. Oh, you got your mama mad at me. This is your golden boy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This is your favorite.
Yep.
Okay. This is Cupid.
Hi, Cupid.
His eyes are not open. They're firmly shut. He's a darker merle.
Yeah,
he
he's
has
dark.
a whole black patch on one side of his face. So his face is half merle, half black.
Yeah.
Oh, who is this? Oh, Vita, whose eyes are the most open. She's the big brindle
Hi,
girl.
Vita.
Oh, and she peed all over me.
You can tell.
No, fine. Let's get our little fighter boy. He's climbing over everyone for a nipple. Okay, lay down.
He's spunky and strong.
He's a fighter.
Yeah.
Our baby boy, Romeo,
Hi, Romeo.
who just screams for no reason sometimes. She's not on a nipple.
Okay.
There's, oh, she is a big girl.
Big, pretty
Big
blue
merle girl, Dove.
Does she have any eyes open yet?
A little in the corners. I think Vita still has the most open out of anyone.
They'll be 2 weeks old on Sunday, right? Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, who's next?
But this is Paris.
Miss Runt Girl. She's our little bittiest.
The bittiest. But she is spicy. There's our strong fighter boy.
So he almost didn't make it because he didn't get enough to drink, but we found him in time and got him drinking and got him all better. We tube fed him a little bit, right? And then his mama got low on calcium and she bit him.
She nibbled on him a little bit.
Yeah, so he's healing up. He's healing up real good.
Yeah, he's healing up fast.
Yeah, so we're hoping that doesn't scar. Keep an eye
And he's
on it.
been a big fighter through it all. He never lost his appetite, never lost
No.
his spirit, never just gave up like some puppies
Yeah,
do.
there's just so many puppies that the smaller ones
Getting
got
off
pushed
the side.
off.
We didn't do Mr. Val. His tummy is so full.
And he's kind of brown.
Yeah.
A brownish colored merle.
The puppy. I think that was everyone.
That was everybody?
Mm-hmm.